I understand, I mean, you went through some pretty dark times in the offseason and even questioned if you were done.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I think when you're an athlete and you're an elite athlete and you have been able to do whatever you want with your body throughout your whole career, you know, if you want to make a cut, you make a cut. If you want to jump, you jump. If you want to run fast, you run fast. When you've been able to do anything you want, and then that's taken away from you, it makes you question everything. You know, when you have to learn how to walk properly again, when you have to learn how to run again, when you have to learn how to cut again, that makes you question everything about you as a person, everything about you as an athlete. And there were moments where I legitimately did not know if I would physically be able to play football again. And then there were moments where I didn't know if I wanted to play again because of everything that came along with it. But what it gave me was a fresh mindset and a fresh perspective, because every year, you know, it's climbing a mountain. And, you know, whether it's winning Defensive Player of the Year, whatever it is, you're at the top of that mountain. So the off season, you go back down the mountain a little bit, but I never let myself go too far down the mountain. So then it was just re-climbing back to the top and maybe a little higher. This time with the surgery, I'm all the way back at the base of the mountain. And I've never had to climb the full mountain really since the beginning of everything. So for me, it's a chance for me to climb the whole mountain again. It's a chance for me to have new challenges, for new, almost like I'm a rookie again, and I get to redo everything that I've ever done and refight every battle I've ever had to fight. And for me, that's exciting. Not that being successful and not that it got easy, but I love a challenge and my back's against the wall again.
What do you think was the hardest period for him, and how do you think he got over the hump?
I think the hardest period for him would be that he's so used to coming back from something like that quickly and realizing a couple weeks out from the surgery that, wow, this may not be good. Even 3 to 4 weeks out from the surgery, for him to realize that this is going to take way longer than I thought, and this may be something that may be, you know, relatively permanent. My wife and I both commented. You could see in his eyes he was a little scared, and certainly there's nothing that says he's, you know, fully back. He's still going to work hard up until the season, and we're hoping that he'll come back to where he was and everything. But you know, it's just, boy, for a while there, my wife and I looked at each other and said, this is real serious.
How do you encourage your son in a situation like that?
You know, all you can really do is tell him to keep going. It's been really encouraging to see how he's tried to push back through that, and he's really come a long way, so we're encouraged.
When you're questioning if you'll be able to play again, or even if you wanted to play again, take me to that mental space and what you were thinking about at that time.
Well, it was awful, you know. There were complications, so I was only supposed to be in the surgery room for 45 minutes, and I was in there for 2.5 hours because they found more wrong than we thought. I was supposed to be able to walk normally within a couple days, and I couldn't walk normally for weeks. I was supposed to be able to start training again in, you know, a month, and I couldn't train again for longer than that. So it was just a scary time because nothing has ever really gone that wrong for me. Even when I dislocated my elbow and tore all the ligaments in my elbow, I played a game 4 weeks later. With this, I had no control. I couldn't control how fast the surgery took. I couldn't control how fast I healed. So it really messed with my mind. It was the first time that I felt like I couldn't control how I was going to be as an athlete. So it really messed with my head. And I was sitting in a hotel room in Philadelphia for like 10 or 12 days. All you do is lay in that hotel room in pain, and your only job is to try and walk because you're supposed to be able to walk for your rehab, and I couldn't even do that. And so then you start to question everything.
Tell me about one of the calls you made to your trainer, Brad, from that Philadelphia hotel room.
I talked to Brad a few times. I was bad. I mean, I was in a bad place, mentally, physically. I just honestly didn't know if I would be able to come back, because your core is everything in football. I mean, you have to use your core for literally every movement on the field. And I literally couldn't get out of bed by myself. I couldn't walk by myself. I don't think it was necessarily not being able to. I think it was them telling me that I would be okay to walk in a couple days, and then a week goes by and I'm still not walking right.
How difficult was it to surrender to the fact that once you started working out again, you weren't going to immediately be able to do what you were used to?
It was the worst because I mean, I'm a stubborn guy, so I hate admitting things. And so when my workouts started again and I had to do lesser workouts than I normally did to get back to where I was, I hated it. I mean, I wanted to go and do the heavy weights and run the fast sprints and do everything. And they all just, everybody from Brad to the Texans trainers, you know, just slow down, like we got time. And now I'm back to doing everything I've done before. So I'm glad that we did it that way. I'm glad that they forced me to relax. And I think in the end, this will all be beneficial for me because it gave my body a chance to rest. And it said, hey, you need to take some time, just relax, let your body recover. So I think in the end, it's going to be a really good thing. Now it's just a matter of getting even better than it was before.